Yeah, and I just think that institutions love yield. And once you start establishing ways of valuing yield, you're going to bring in a lot of other players. Because, one of the reasons people didn't adopt gold, even though the industry fought for years to get it adopted, is like the pension fund said, well, it doesn't help the yield that we need. And now we've got a Web3 asset, a digital asset that has a yield that's of significant size. I think it's super interesting.
It is. And, proof of stake is the way corporate governance works in every other security, right? One share, one vote. And so I think institutions will be able to get their head around, a proof of stake consensus model pretty quickly.
Any risks you see in this merge? So there's this point where not everybody agrees with us. We both think crypto's bottomed. I think the business cycle's pretty clear. We're going into recession, and I kind of think the rate situation changes. But a lot of people don't think this, so they're really nervous. What risk would you have to say your view's wrong? Not just price going to new lows, but what would make you change your mind to think, actually, we've got another leg lower?
Yeah, so obviously if the merge doesn't go through flawlessly,
that would be bad.
That would be very bad. And then I think the biggest kind of existential risk that I worry about is still regulation. When we started looking at crypto many years ago, there's a long list of risks. A lot of things that could have gone wrong, and most of them have been taken care of. There's great custodians now. The code's been working for 13 years. All that. So most of the risks are gone. The only one that's still really concerning is the regulatory bit, and in particular in the United States, where there isn't enough regulatory clarity. So, it's either forcing companies and projects to go offshore, which is unfortunate, or it's hampering innovation because people are afraid of, negative consequences. The nice thing is that we're only down to one big risk anymore.
Yeah, I was just thinking through when you're saying that. You've been in this for a very long time. You were one of the first people really to see this at scale and build a business around it, which was amazing. And back then it was all risk and this potential. And you've gone through, as you said, almost all of the risks left. But it still feels like normally when you get to the end of the risk, with all of the quantifiable risks, the returns go down. But that doesn't feel like that's the point where we are. It feels like the return's still there ahead of us.